here in this one.
A spirited crowd here at James Madison. Freeman against Bickerstaff to get it started. It's Akron controlling the tap on the road. This is the second leg of the MAC Sun Belt Challenge, and this is the crown jewel game right here. James Madison and Akron. Freeman and Bickerstaff will duke it out all night long in the paint. No touch for Freeman yet as we get to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Greg Tribble. Trouble with the handle, down to 3 to go, and at the horn short. And there's Freeman, a devastating rebounder, keeping it alive for Hunter, and Bickerstaff cleans it up.
James Madison very fortunate there. Enrique Freeman showing you why he leads the country in rebounds per game, getting that offensive rebound, but a very good opening defensive possession for James Madison. No surprise, being one of the best defensive teams in college basketball.
This is the best defense in the Mid-American Conference that James Madison faces tonight. And a very fast, pace-oriented offense for James Madison. Down to 4 on the shot clock for Bickerstaff, trying to turn the corner, and he does on Freeman.
And you see both teams right away making it very difficult for the other to score, both getting low in that shot clock, but Bickerstaff able to finish.
The starting lineup for Akron has Sammy Hunter back in it after he was out for the Central Michigan game. And Bickerstaff draws the foul after the takeaway.
Who's guarding him? Where he catches it on the floor. He is a terrific offensive talent. See, right now, Akron has their best on-ball defender, and Ali on him, hoping to use that size and that length to bother Edwards.
6'8" Ali forces that giveaway. Both these teams do a great job taking the ball away on the defensive ends.
James Madison averaging 9 steals per game, which is an incredible number. And you see right away, ball going inside, 3 guys around Freeman on the catch.
And Michael Dawson way long on that 3, and tapped away by Edwards. Here he comes downhill for Bickerstaff upstairs.
And on the other end, trying to play inside. But you see right away, James Madison making it a priority, say, we're going to make Freeman pass the ball. We're just not going to let him get anything easy. We're going to dare Akron to make perimeter jump shots. And so far, seems to be working. Akron just completely uncomfortable in the offensive end.
We'll see if Tribble can open it up. He cannot. And an offensive rebound out to Hunter. That's a miss. Freeman snatches another one and is headed to the free throw line. That John Gross, the head coach for Akron, said cannot happen in this game.
Yeah, the easy baskets for James Madison are something the Zips are going to absolutely.
He has 20 double-doubles, Enrique Freeman.
I'd say that's pretty good. What do you think?
I think it's good enough to lead the country. Good enough. There is a chance that Freeman could end up with a record. Get into that a little bit as the night goes on with that double-double pace that he's on. So this offense for James Madison, as you mentioned, at 85 points a game, 77 points a game in conference games. He is going to test this Akron defense with Edwards short. Got his own, power dribble back up, and he's fouled.
Okay, Freeman could have gone anywhere in college basketball after last season, but he and 3 of the other returners went into John Gross's off credit to John Gross and his staff, the program that they've continued to build at Akron, to be able to retain that kind of talent and not even have to worry about it, and it's paying dividends for them with the season that they're having so far.
1-2 at the line for Terrence Edwards, the top scorer for James Madison at 17 points tonight. As the Dukes out by 3 ahead of the first time out. And Tavari Johnson in the game as a ball handler for the Zips. Into Freeman, going to work on single coverage, and a quick shot is off the rim.
The first time we've seen Enrique Freeman get the ball with that single coverage, just a little quick on the move, but they're going to continue to get that ball inside, and another turnover unforced that time by James Madison.
Very good at protecting the ball, but Akron not sleight of hand getting out of there, and that's turned over by Dawson, and a chance to run. It's Brown keeping it himself, and he missed it.
Akron very fortunate that time. Already 2 times they've turned the ball over. That time is James Madison unable to convert on the other end.
And Johnson is blocked Friedel, but Johnson stays with, and he's fouled.
Electing that time, they have a lot of confidence in TJ Bickerstaff, a very good post defender. That time doing a good job of holding his ground.
is an A on the report card offensively. They missed them both. And a foul going against
here. Now they're used to playing on the road. They get everybody's best shot every single night. But you see so far offensively for the Zips, just a little out of rhythm. But give credit to James Madison's defense. It has been stellar so far here in the first 4 minutes of this game.
Well, #1 defense in the Sun Belt. Them at App State, who leads the conference. Here's the take, and Edwards is fouled going to the free throw line. And a great defensive start to this game. As Edwards is at the free throw line.
Presser physically on the defensive end just have not allowed Akron to get any sort of rhythm whatsoever offensively.
Welcome to Harrisonburg, Virginia. James Madison with David Padgett, Connor Onion for the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. This is the top game in the challenge. First place Akron in the MAC. James Madison tied for the nation's lead with 21 wins. Enrique Freeman, two-time Defensive Player of the Year in the MAC against TJ Bickerstaff.
And so far, James Madison has been winning that battle. Enrique Freeman, a couple of offensive rebounds, but nothing to show for it in the scoring column. And right now, James Madison just has Akron doing everything offensively way out behind the three-point line. I mean, they can't even get the ball in the lane off the dribble. They had one post touch to Freeman, but James Madison right now is just asserting their dominance physically on the defensive end of the court. Has been the difference in this game.
But Jalen Carey, who comes off the bench, misses that. David, our audience just watched Houston play defense.
So they should be accustomed to seeing the type of game that this may be.
You're going to get used to that style all night on the two. And that's a putback, and the first field goal comes from Ali.
Well, so far, 5 of Akron's first 8 field goals are three-point attempts. So that just goes to show you what James Madison is going to let them do, or excuse me, force them to do, try to beat them from the perimeter by making jump shots.
It was an 0 of 9 start from the floor for Akron before that, the most misses to start a game this season against this vaunted James Madison defense. Wooden with the step back, that's a 2.
Yeah, pretty good defense by Akron on that possession. Julian Wooden just with better offense. Tough little step back jump shot right inside that three-point line.
That is a guy this James Madison fan base absolutely loves. 5th-year player, and he'll try to stop Freeman tonight, who goes hard to the rack and gets fouled. The country in double-doubles with 20 out of 23 games, and it sinks the first free throw. It's like your first time watching him tonight.
There's no doubt about it. And he's not one of those guys that seeks the attention either. We had a chance to talk to him today after shoot-around. Just an unbelievable young man, extremely well spoken. Speaking with his coach, John Gross. His mother's a police officer in Cleveland, and had a funny story about how he called him one time to see what he was doing, and he couldn't answer the phone because he had to mow the lawn. I mean, just an unbelievable story, and the improvement that he has made in his 4-year career at Akron has just been remarkable to watch.
Averaging a double-double. He sits here for Akron. That post matchup has Sammy Hunter against Jalen Carey. Freshman big for James Madison. Dipping late into the clock. Here is Carey. Backdoor cut and a beautiful pass to Raekwon Horton.
A beautiful pass is right. Jalen Carey caught that ball on the roll. Was able to maintain his balance without losing control in a terrific back cut and a great bounce pass with an easy layup. But not a lot's going to be very easy on either end for these teams offensively. You see right there, even Akron playing pretty good defense, but James Madison so far has been dominating on the defensive end.
Shema Scott with the miss. Horton, who had that backdoor cut, has the rebound.
And again, I keep touching on it here early. James Madison is going to be content with making Akron shoot a lot of contested jump shots. And so far, already 7 three-point attempts. And Jalen Carey making significant impact on this game already. A great bounce pass that last time, and right there, the easy two-handed dunk. The Dukes coming out on fire to start this one.
Carey can pass and he can slam. That is the younger brother of Vernon Carey, who played at Duke. As Hunter misses another 3. It's an 0 of 8 start from out deep for the Zips. This is Michael Green. Nice handle. He's the former starting point guard, now coming off the bench for James Madison. And Noah Friedel lost the handle, got it back. Late shot clock here for Green. Getting checked up by Caleb Thornton. Down to 5. Can he get off a clean look? He cannot, and Carey defended well by Sammy Hunter.
A good defense there by Sammy Hunter, holding his ground. Jalen Carey obviously had to force that with no time left on the shot clock, but a good defensive possession by Akron.
And that Tribble, that was a tough look. And Akron finally breaks the seal on James Madison's defense.
One of the first times they were able to get the ball in the paint with a somewhat of a clean look, and Greg Tribble that time just off the dribble. And on the other end, just too easy for Michael Green early in the shot clock, just putting his head down and getting all the way to the rim.
Beautiful spin on that too. Get that over the hump. This is a non-conference game here in early February. MAC Sun Belt Challenge. Well, thanks for that lesson. John Gross was having the venti, and I don't think he needed it because of how energetic he is every time you're around him.
Oh yeah, and the one thing I love about the way he coaches and runs his program is everything is positive. The positivity is a huge word that they use. He said today, he goes, we don't allow about anything. Every day is a blessing.
But an offensive rebound for Dawson.
Good hustle there by Michael Dawson, because that was a really good defensive possession again as we get a kick ball here. But Akron they're having when they've thrown the ball inside, there's been 2 or 3 guys sitting there. So executing that scouting report to a T so far.
How do you change that if you're Akron?
I think they got to get a little bit more ball movement and player movement away from the ball. So a little bit more cutting. Right now they're just standing too much and trying to do it too much one-on-one against James Madison. That's just not going to work. They're too good defensively.
Noah Friedel had that defense, arguably the most important player on this team. And that splashes down for Michael Green.
Down the 3 right there, you see looked easy and in rhythm, and it's amazing. When you are off to a great start defensively, it's amazing the kind of confidence boost that can give you offensively. And guys coming into the game say, you know what, let's just worry about sitting down and guarding, and the offensive end usually seems to take care of itself.
Enrique Freeman still hasn't been able to break loose. Here's Ali, short on that 3.
And again, another 3-point attempt for Akron, which I just don't think is the game plan that's going to be successful for them to come in here and try to get a win.
And that's all come with James Madison shooting it well before that miss. They've made 5 of their last 7 shots. While Akron has been ice cold. State his 4th year. He's had a winning season all 3 years before. Already clinched a winning season this year. The guy that grew up about 100 miles from Harrisonburg and Salem, Virginia. The hot head coaching names, Mark Byington nationally right now. Bickerstaff spins into a wall, and there's the defensive player of the year in the MAC, Freeman.
Freeman did a great job there, just holding his ground and just walling up. Didn't leave his feet. Made it tough for Bickerstaff to get a clean look there.
Now can they get him going down on this end? Can they get anything going down on this end? And they can't. A turnover for Freeman.
Yeah, you see right now, need to, so Akron just got to slow down a little bit offensively. They're starting to press a little bit, but give James Madison credit for the way they've started this game.
Top scorer for Akron, Enrique Freeman. No field goals yet. More than halfway done in this first half. All 4 of his points from the free throw line. Green banged that 3 earlier. Drive and kick to Edwards. Hopping into the lane. Green wanted another one. Gives it up again. Late clock. Edwards. Heavy on that. And Freeman
will knock it down.
James Madison dominant defensively to start this game, leading it by 9. And Friedel, nice misdirect. Mean intentions up to the rim. Gino Ariema going at it tomorrow at 2 Eastern. Connor Onion, David Padgett. We're in Harrisonburg, Virginia. MAC Sun Belt Challenge here. Be hard to beat what App State and Toledo did in double overtime earlier today, but expected to be the best game of this challenge. And then James Madison has been feisty down on this end on defense.
Well, they're showing you why they're tied for the most wins in Division I basketball, and just an incredible performance here through the first 12 minutes of this game on the defensive end of the court. And they have just been flying around. It almost at times looked like there's 6 or 7 guys on the court for the Dukes. And finally, Akron able to knock down a perimeter jump shot. Sammy Hunter, who missed their last game against Central Michigan, knocking down a much-needed 3 and a much-needed basket.
And it's on him and Dawson, Michael Dawson, 2 of their best 3-point shooters Try to crack that seal a little bit. Wooden the miss, one and done on the rebound for Hunter.
Yeah, don't be surprised to see maybe Akron look to push the pace a little bit more when they get a clean defensive rebound, try to get out and score before this half-court defense can set up.
Well, Freeman is really fighting to get touches right now. He's a facilitator here, and the finish for Ali.
Yeah, great little cut off the elbow action, the high post action, and Freeman with a great find to Ali in there. So John Gross making some adjustments in that last timeout, little 5-0 run here. Trying to chip back into this lead a little bit for the Zips, but they got to do it on this end as well. Just because your offense hasn't been going well, you got to continue to dig in defensively and get stops.
And they have, holding James Madison to a 3.5-minute scoring drought since going down by 9. 5 on the shot clock. Edwards lost it. 2 on the shot clock, and Tribble breaks it away.
Yeah, now you got to go. You got to go. You got 5-on-4 numbers here. You got to try to score quickly.
And with Edwards late to join the play, Thornton misses the 3, and they can't capitalize on those numbers.
And James Madison has done a very nice job here of rebounding the ball already. See Noah Friedell's not going to miss too many of those, but the offensive backboard was a concern for John Gross in this game. He said, we got to eliminate easy baskets. And how do we do that? Take away transition. Don't give him any offensive rebounds. And so far, James Madison is doing a pretty decent job in both areas, taking advantage of the opportunities that they have gotten.
As a former big man yourself, you're still big, but former post player.
Former player, the key word there.
Former player. I don't think I've ever asked you what the key to the game is, and you haven't said rebounding. Now that 3 swirls down. Greg Tribble has added that to his game.
He certainly has, and again, 2 threes here. May change the approach a little bit for James Madison defensively if they can start to knock down a couple jump shots and maybe soften up that defense a little bit. But back to your question, there's not a basketball coach on earth that says that the backboard is not one of the most important things. It is. You know, it's almost impossible to win if you get out rebounded all the time. Both these teams are +6 on the year in rebound margin, as we see the offensive foul there on the illegal screen. But both these teams just do such a great job. You see the little elbow rub screen there and a great pass. Terrific finish by Ali. But James Madison just keeping that ball alive, tipping it around. Jalen Carey, the recipient there.
What about that pass from Wooden?
Yeah, these guys have just played so much basketball together. Obviously, Jalen Carey, a newcomer being young, but they're one of the most experienced teams in the country, and you can just tell by the way they play. They make the right play all the time, and very rarely are they ever going to beat themselves.
And James Madison had the benefit of a foreign tour this summer, went to Italy, made pasta together, and played some basketball. But seminal moment in the building of this team as Freeman will go to the free throw line. It is not insignificant. Those are the 2 guys that we highlighted, Freeman and Bickerstaff. Right, coming up big to the NCAA tournament field, and there's never a night off in the Big 12. Number 4 Kansas, number 23 Texas Tech, all part of Big Monday. Monty Lyles into the game. He usually gives Freeman a quick spell. That's what he'll do here.
Yeah, especially with that next timeout coming here in about 40 seconds, and Enrique Freeman already having 1 personal foul. John Gross doesn't want to risk it going back out on defense for him picking up his 2nd.
A little run here for Akron to get within 1, and that 3 is heavy. James Madison has gone cold, and Wooden wasn't reset yet.
Getting good looks at it.
Well, remember this point in the half, 4:30 in the half, and Bickerstaff goes to the bench with 2 fouls. And Freeman tagging a couple on him. Just ahead of that under 4 timeout, Tamari Johnson brings in the 3.
And that's what he has been doing the last couple of games. The freshman starting to play a little bit more like a sophomore now that we're in February, but has been shooting the ball really well, and that gives them a much-needed boost off of that bench. John Gross has a lot of confidence putting him in the game.
Noah Friedell cannot answer. Rebound for Johnson, who just hit the 3. The pride of Lyons Township High School, Tavari Johnson with the setup, and Dawson the miss. Offensive rebound. Johnson hit a couple outside shots in the win against Central Michigan. On the take here, and he lost it. Back. James Madison trying to snap out of a Little drought here. They had a 9-point lead. They've missed 9 of their last 10 shots. Xavier Brown running the show at point guard here.
And Akron has turned it up defensively themselves. Again, another pretty good look, just unable to knock it down. But this is what James Madison's doing a great job of. And Coach Green mentioned it. The bench production for James Madison and Jalen Carey has been a big reason why. Already had a major impact in this first half. But this is the kind of game that we expected. Maybe a little bit more high scoring than this, but two teams that just beat the crap out of each other defensively with their physical play. And so far, it has been that. There has been nothing easy in and around the rim for either team. And then right on cue, Greg Tribble says, you know what? I can prove the geniuses on the sideline sitting there wrong.
I was going to say, I felt your arm bar as you were saying they're beating the crap out of each other. Cutter's getting chucked left and right in this game.
And I thought there was a big emphasis, and he's had a major impact off the bench in this game. Already 6 points and a couple of rebounds. Great bounce pass on a backdoor layup. So James Madison getting a lot of help from their bench. Like Coach Green said, could be a major difference in this game.
Friedel is short on the 3, and Freeman there to grab it away.
It's amazing. It seems like anytime he goes after the ball with 2 hands every time, which is a sign of an awesome rebounder. But when he gets both hands on it, very rarely does he let it go.
Edwards almost lost it. Green got another 3.
Is he going to come over and thank us after the game? Because every time we watch him play in person, he seems to play pretty well.
Did you coach his shot pregame? You put your old coaching hat on, didn't you?
You know, it's amazing. Shooters are just going to shoot. That may sound simple, but they could miss 100 in a row, but the next one's always going in, and he has shot the ball with a lot of confidence the last couple times we've had a chance to watch him, and already 2 big threes in this game.
Went on the road a couple weeks ago at App State, hit a couple threes. Green has 2 threes in this first half. Going inside, high off window. And
gets that much room. He's just going to make a majority of those. So a little bit of a breakdown there by Akron, but Michael Green, Jalen Carey giving this James Madison Dukes team a big boost off of that bench.
What do you know about guys from the Bronx? Kevin Ware, Kemba Walker, that you coached against?
Yeah. Kemba Walker brings up bad memories. Beat us in the Big East tournament in the finals, and then went on that 6-game miraculous run to win the NCAA tournament. So still scarred by that one a little bit. Thanks for bringing it up.
You're welcome for the nightmares. Final minute of this first half. 1-point game. We expected this to be a really, really good mid-major showdown. It has been in the first half, and James Madison extends it with Horton.
And Jalen Carey looking like the Joker out there, just catching the ball 10 feet off the block. Little bounce passes for back cut layups, offensive rebounds. The bench so far has been the difference why James Madison has got this 3-point lead here before halftime.
The Sun Belt at our latest tally.
And that was a great road win for James Madison at a very difficult Kent State environment to play.
Quick turnover. James Madison on the run. Carey, another rim run. Shot clock turned off. Last chance for Thornton to the Zips. Down to 2. Thornton cannot get a shot up. But there was a foul. A big lead. Akron was struggling to score, then took a lead. And that cuts in a little bit on this James Madison. Just waiting for the guitar to start playing again.
Which one?
5 electric guitars here. Oh, put back, and Lyles can't hit it. 3-pointers along with Jalen Carey. It was an electric first half for Carey.
Yeah, again, those 16 points from those 2 guys alone coming off the bench. So it's a big-time contribution from Mark Byington off that bench. But, you know, if you're Akron, you've got to be somewhat pleased, honestly, only being down 4. Just they didn't play very well. We see a turnover there coming out. They had some careless turnover to do. When you're not clicking offensively, you can't hang your head on the other end of the floor. You got to dig in defensively and get stops and just hope that your offense can come around at some point.
James Madison trying to beat their 3rd preseason favorite on their non-conference schedule. And a good start to the half with Terrence Edwards.
And not really a major part of his game, a capable shooter. Not a consistent one, but a capable one. And I actually thought he should have shot it the first time when he caught it, but went for the tougher one with a step back 3. But nonetheless, opening this up quickly here to start the second half.
He has not shot it great from outside lately. Nice take, Greg Tribble.
If officials continuing to let both of these teams play physically, which you would expect. Both these teams, even though they're considered, in air quotes, mid-major teams, they play physically and defensively like high major programs.
This is a quad one chance for Akron coming on the road. That's the best win that you can have in the eyes of the NCAA Tournament Committee. And that's in and out. And a rebound for Sammy Hunter for Akron.
Yeah, big bullet dodge there. Noah Friedel gets his feet set, not much room. He's not going to miss too many times, but a pretty quiet game so far offensively for Friedel. But James Madison making up for it with that bench production.
Here's Freeman. His first field goal comes in the second half.
You see right away, they're going to continue to try to get the ball inside. Even on that first possession where they turned it over, they were trying to get it into Freeman. Looks like James Madison's going to continue to just play one-on-one in there. And we'll have to keep an eye on that, how James Madison is able to stop Freeman if he gets it going here a little bit offensively.
This might be the last time all year he sees coverage like that.
Yeah, and if he gets it going here, I have a feeling James Madison will start to bring a little bit of help. He's just too skilled in there to play one-on-one, but Bickerstaff doing a pretty good job.
Three, Brown splashes it down. It was Green off the bench in the first half with the lift for James Madison from three. It's Brown in that starting lineup the last 3 weeks with a hit for the Dukes in half number 2. That's short for Hunter. And one and done with James Madison clearing the glass.
And throwing it the ball inside to Ali that time. But I think if you're Akron, you can't have an offensive possession where Enrique Freeman doesn't touch the ball.
There's Edwards, tough look. Bickerstaff snatches that and puts it back.
And again, you just see James Madison kind of imposing their will. And the confidence of Akron seems to be kind of slipping away here. I know there's a lot of time left in this game with 17 minutes, but Akron just seems, they can't seem to find a rhythm on either end of the court.
Oh, Brown gave Tribble nothing until the turnaround.
Yeah, and that was pretty good defense, but sometimes good offense just wins out. That was just a great move by Greg Tribble. But again, another tough earned basket. There just has not been anything easy in this game for the Zips offensively.
The first player in this game to double figures either way is Tribble, and Akron will get it back down 6.
Well, when we knew both teams were going to let contact, especially on the road, going to be tough to get a call on a push-off like that.
You good with the contacts that they're letting ride?
Yeah, I mean, we're in February now. It's a road game, a chance at a quad one win. Both these teams, two of the best mid-major programs in the country. It's been a very physical game. That's not going to change here in the second half. So you got to put a body on somebody to try to block out.
Well, Freeman was shut off by Bickerstaff and stayed with it.
Enrique Freeman having to earn it a little bit more difficult way that time, but see if those back-to-back baskets here may be able to get him going down there on that left block.
He's going to get his double-double. He does most nights. He has 10 points, 7 rebounds. Edwards, oh, that was right in the heart of the rim.
A big break there for Akron and cleaning it up, not allowing the offensive rebound. Again, get 25 in gold, a touch on the block.
Ali, yes!
Or just hit a corner three, like I said, right? But another guy, Ali.
Good coaching, Padgett.
Akron, that's why I'm sitting over here. Akron's second leading scorer has had a very quiet night offensively, but knocking down a 3. And it seems like when James Madison gets a little momentum going, Akron has an answer for him. This time a big corner 3 from Ali.
Wooden can't clap back. Offensive rebound. Quick pass, Wooden. And that spins off. 2 looks at it for Julian Wooden.
A major program that may or may not draw them in the first round. You'd be a nervous wreck a couple days leading up to that first game. You would not want to play either one of these teams. And, you know, it's just really difficult, no matter how great of a season you're having, which both these teams are, obviously. As we see Enrique Freeman starting to pick it up here offensively, knocking down the 3. But it's just really difficult because you got to go schedule high major games on the road and you got to win them. But the problem is the high major teams, Jalen Carey with another great bounce pass or backdoor pass. The high major teams don't want to schedule you because they know that you can come in and beat them. So it's a conundrum that's hard to solve. But both of these teams would not be surprised, like we mentioned, to see them on Selection Sunday have their name called.
Scott slides off the 3. That carry pass to Horton snaps a 10-0 Akron run, and the Zips playing in the bracket buster that year.
Yeah, and what it does too is this has a postseason type feel to it. The intensity, how hard it is to win games like this, because come conference tournament time, you got to win 3 games in a row, and those championship games and semifinals have this type of feel, so it's a good prep for that.
Well, Freeman short on it. He's gotten himself going from the field in this half. But they have made him grind. James Madison has 13 points, 8 rebounds for Freeman. Edwards lost it, got it back and missed. Akron coming off a half where they had their lowest first half output scoring wise of the year. And in and out for Johnson. Carry through the back door, but a step on the baseline for Horton. It's been a
Freeman earned everything in there around the rim, and Jalen Carey has had just as big of a contribution coming off that bench. He's had 8 points, a couple great assists, a couple key offensive rebounds, so kind of a two-headed monster on the inside for James Madison. Between Bickerstaff and Carey, been very productive in this game.
Hard to take Carey off the floor right now if you're Mark Byington. He's in the post checking Freeman here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Scott. And the 3 tapped around. And Raekwon Horton secures the miss.
There has not been one easy rebound for either team in this game so far. I mean, everything, there's 3 or 4 guys going after the ball.
Oh, in tight space, Edwards keeps the handle and finishes.
And John Gross going crazy over there on that Akron sideline. It was a weird looking play. It looked like there were quite a few deflections, which I think prevented the officials from calling a travel there, but nonetheless, Terrence Edwards able to finish.
And the Tribble's hit from that spot a few times, not here. John Gross has to be sore after games. He's in a stance a lot when his team's down on this end. Really, really fun, energetic guy to be around. The Akron head coach, John Gross. Friedel 3. And Horton got rid of Tribble and goes back to the basket and gets fouled.
Akron has been 25 and gold. Is going to get a touch next time down.
You got to love it. Guys are hitting the floor on box outs in this down before the game at 8:30 on ABC. A rebound for Ali. And it stays a 3-point lead for JMU. Ali taking it 94 feet before he shut off. Here's that touch for Freeman. Would force the give up. And Thornton short on it.
Great job that time by James Madison on the block out. Akron had a couple guys trying to go for it, but just couldn't get anywhere near it.
A lot of action for Carey for James Madison. He created some space for Green. And a rebound. Dawson is clipped by Carey.
Really remarkable to watch, and he's done a great job here tonight, but James Madison has made him earn every single basket. Maybe a little bit of a carry there by Caleb Thornton, but the officials let us play on.
And Enrique Freeman down in the post for Akron. More double-doubles than Zach Edey, more than Armando Bacot, more than Hunter Dickinson. And he's fouled by Carey, who just was tagged with his 3rd foul.
You can't play behind. If you play on one side, you're at a disadvantage. It's hard to front. So good job there by Akron of running that little set. Now we got Enrique Freeman ISO'd here underneath that bounce play. But you see 3 black shirts in the area at all times.
Yeah, they were coming for him. Akron rotated it and got a good look for Thornton.
They did. Good ball reversal there, and Thornton unable to knock it down. But again, he's got to continue to get the ball inside the 25 and gold and make him work.
Well, Bickerstaff was sitting for a while, and he got fouled. Don't count that.
Not trust him to get that 4th, especially. It's such a tough assignment because you know Freeman's going to get a catch every time down. So the odds are not in your favor to not pick up that.
An uplifting presence for James Madison. Played in the NCAA tournament at Drexel, his first school. A couple years at Boston College, now closes it out at JMU. Little ball fake. Ali closed off by Horton. And stays with the dribble and closes that possession with the score.
Yeah, it's a good finish, a tough finish, but again, that is just a really tough earned basket by Ali. And been really impressed with the one-on-one defense of these James Madison guards and wings. They don't need a lot of help because they're so good at defending their man one-on-one, and that time Ali was able to finish with a tough shot.
Oh, come on, Green did it again! Prime time, Michael Green!
I think he gave us a little bit of a look there as he ran by going down the other end.
Ali with the offensive rebound. And a nice shoulder shake to get free there. Edwards called for his first.
His third three here tonight. James Madison trying somehow, some way to open this lead up even a little bit more here at home.
Ali banging in on Horton. Pops in, and he's hit with a foul.
It looked like it was totally vertical, but his right arm was down and on the hip a little bit. Right or wrong, I'm not sure, but I think that's what you got a much better chance of getting away with that, even if there is a little bit of contact.
You're not taking a stance on it?
I mean, I thought he did a good job. He didn't leave the floor. It looked like his left arm was up. It was vertical, but I was always taught you got to put both hands up just to not even leave it the chance. If they only see one arm up, they're going to assume that other one is doing something wrong.
I appreciate your diplomacy.
That's why I'm not a ref.
Randleman down the baseline, slithers to the rim. That was the first basket for Bryant Randleman. Does Akron have an answer with Ali? Playing through him a lot the last couple trips. And he bangs his way in again.
It's just tough when Ali gets down there. The size and the length at 6'8", the way he handles the ball, just able to score over smaller defenders. I mean, Terrence Edwards is 6'5", 6'6", but he was just able to go right over him to lay it in.
Ali at 6'8". Green not this time.
Finally missed one, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe throwing the ball inside to 24 and goal and letting him go to work.
Now, Ali was the leading scorer for Akron a couple years ago when they went to the NCAA tournament. He spent last year at Butler for John Gross's old boss, Thad Matta, and is back as a two-time transfer. Nice spin, Bickerstaff, and he was hung up. Mark Byington was ready to.
That was. Just go where the defense isn't. It's pretty simple.
You'd be a good hitting coach. All the sets that they're going through.
Well, a lot of it is terminology based. Their terminology dictates what they're doing on a certain play, but they go through their offense on game day shoot-arounds at 100%. It is no joke. It is game speed. And Mark Byington wants his team to build habits, and it pays off. I mean, their movement offensively is really, really impressive, and their execution is really good. Big reason why they're 21-3 on the season.
Dawson with the extra pass. Ali's been playing out of the post a lot. He's got a mismatch here. Has size but stays outside. And an offensive rebound for Hunter. Put another 20 up on the shot clock. And a tie up. That'll be a foul call. Arrow.
Bryant Randleman on the foul there. But a good defensive possession until they gave up the offensive rebound by James Madison. But here we go again. Ali on the block. Looks like they're going to send some help this time.
There's the help. There's the kick. The three. Tribble short.
And a good look. Couldn't ask for a better look. Did a great job passing out against the double. Tribble with a wide open three, but unable to knock it down.
Three-point defense has been good most of the night. Both teams under 30% from outside. Green. Yes, sir!
By far, not even close. And 31-4 edge. James Madison bench points in this game. Just Michael Green, Jalen Carey, Raekwon Horton, all guys coming in off that bench are contributing in a major way for Mark Byington's team here tonight.
Well, the offense for Akron has run through this guy lately. Ali is shoved by Horton. And the theme of the night, one game back that has the best nets, even with App State beating him twice in the regular season.
Yeah, obviously a lot of basketball left to be played in the Sun Belt once they get back to conference play, but it makes sense as to why the head-to-head doesn't matter quite as much. But at this point in the year, most important thing, just continue to win as much as you can, and the rest will take care of itself. Bickerstaff there, just, you know, it's frustrating as a player when the game has been the way it's been, and then all of a sudden you get called on a ticky-tack foul like that.
And Freeman with that free throw. Moved into 5th place all-time in Akron history. Now has 1,632 points in what's been a storied Akron career. This is a guy, David, that says he walks around campus now and he's kind of got to keep his head down because everybody.
It's easy to do when you're 6'9", by the way.
Right. Easy to hide, knowing from personal experience, but everybody wants a selfie with him on Akron's campus.
Well, he's such an unbelievable personality. It was really enjoyable talking to him today after shoot-around. He would have sat there and talked to us for a year, and now it's his 4th year. One of the best players in the country, best player in his conference, in my opinion. Just the improvement, and for him to stay. I mentioned it earlier in the game. For him to not maybe try to chase greener pastures is just a huge credit to John Gross and his staff, but also to the young man that Enrique Freeman is.
10 on the shot clock. Akron's been playing some booty ball in this half. Backing their way in with Hunter. And it's Bickerstaff tapping it. No rebounds coming easily in this game. Rebounds in this game. If you had to guess, how many of those have just been a clean catch?
Less than 5. Every single rebound has been contested by at least 2 guys from each team, which we would expect from great rebounding teams.
Oh, beautiful Terrence Edwards.
Breakdown there defensively for Akron with the high ball screen at the top of the key, and not too often Terrence Edwards going to find himself that open going to the lane.
Tribble into the body of Friedel.
How many times have we seen Greg Tribble just being physical in this game, driving to the rim, able to finish, and seems like every time James Madison has tried to open this game up, Akron somehow, some way finding an answer, just trying to hang around.
3 double-digit scores for Akron. Tribble, Ali, and Freeman. And there's a bump for Freeman. That's number 3 on him.
Showing the strength there, able to finish for the answer on the other end.
Horton, who just went out, he's been matched up with Ali a lot. And that post up for the wing. Bickerstaff head down. That counts, and the foul.
James Madison was up 17-8 early, but trying somehow, some way to try to pull ahead here late. Just over 5 minutes to go.
And that does match the biggest lead when it was 17-8. And John Gross had to make a decision on Freeman, who just was tagged with his 4th foul.
And I figured he may leave him in simply because Akron's going back down on offense. You know, a lot of times you take him out when you're going on defense, but choosing to get him a little bit of a blow here. But I have a feeling he's not going to sit over there on that bench for too long.
Tavari Johnson. That's short. And Friedel's out of bounds. So, David, this becomes a playing with smaller guys out there.
Yeah, I think John Gross trying to put a little more perimeter shooting on the floor. You got 5 guys who are capable of knocking down a 3. With the way the pace of this game has been, it's been a slower possession, lower possession type game. If you're Akron, you can't wait too long on these offensive possessions. You got to try to go being down 9.
Friedel almost picked that off this year.
Well, we talked earlier about how Akron has gotten everybody's best shot this year, not sneaking up on anybody. Same thing for James Madison. They have a target on their back every single night, and they have answered the bell.
Clock ticks. Tribble got fouled. Friedel hit him.
Our camera crew getting a good look at that one, but that's the 2nd time in this game. We saw it right before halftime where Noah Friedel just got enough. First free throw may dodge a little bit of a bullet here.
We made the correction. With it. It's been the bench scoring for JMU that has them ahead now by 7.
And Enrique Freeman staying in with those 4 fouls. Looks like Akron's going to go zone here. Maybe try to hide Enrique Freeman in the middle of that zone. Switch up the looks here a little bit. Now, James Madison did spend a few minutes at the end of shoot-around today working on their zone offense. So no surprise here. Going with the 1-3-1 look. Maybe a little bit of a matchup 2-3 zone.
And the best player, Freeman, is cleared out of there. Bickerstaff bumped him away.
Yeah, and just a great set there. Setting a little cross screen with the overload. And if you're Akron, the clock is starting to become your enemy here with as low a possession game as this has been. Down 9. And a terrible timing for another turnover for the Zips.
Friedel, open look. Cashes in. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Gotta give some love to his mom, though. His mom was an actress. Seen the movie Hall Pass?
I have.
She had a credit in that movie.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to go back and check that out.
Yeah. If we have to film.
What's to see in between college basketball on a Saturday? You and I breaking down movies.
Yeah, they do. Well, just ahead of the 4-minute mark. Akron's got to get busy in a hurry here. down by 12. And Tribble not here. And Freeman has it knocked out of bounds. Freeman has without a rebound. And there's a foul. It's the final. Freeman does not have a rebound.
It probably hasn't happened. That's why. I mean, I can't imagine it has. This guy has 20 double-doubles on the season. Hard to do so.
James Madison with Green at the line. And push it to a 13-point lead.
There it is right there. Right on cue.
So extending his NCAA lead with his 21st double-double. His first rebound in 10 minutes. How can they reward him down here? Good pass. Ali with the slam.
Yeah, great pass. A great cut there by Ali.
From the country in three-point defense. There's a turnover. Dawson takes it away. And a three is in and out. And the rebound for Green. So James Madison gets away with one.
It dodged a huge bullet right there. Just a careless pass by TJ Bickerstaff on the press offense. But Akron unable to knock down that three. And James Madison now going to use as much of that 30-second shot clock as they can.
Well, usually they like to play fast, but holding on to a double-digit lead. It's Bickerstaff in close, blew the layup.
Now you got to go if you're Akron. You got to score quickly, get that full court pressure set up. You mentioned it, no timeout, so you got to know what you're doing right away to score.
Well, Freeman had deep position, but Friedel rakes it away. Now a lollipop pass for Edwards.
What a heads-up play by Noah Friedel. Saw Terrence Edwards going down, and a great catch and an even more impressive finish.
Nice answer, Greg. Tribble will be at the
free throw.
Tribble has an 18-point night. That ties his best on the season. Scored 18 against Buffalo in MAC play. His team down 10 though. And a quick pass to the middle. And Green gets it across half court.
Good decision there to bring it back out. You see a lot of times guys go in there 2-on-1 thinking we need to score, but a great decision there. Bring it out, try to use some clock.
And they can milk it down to almost 2 minutes. Freeman playing with 4 fouls in there. Edwards going after him and gets the bounce.
And John Gross is trying to create as many extra possessions here as you can. And Ali looks like he's going to try to go right away.
Well, 3 was shut off by Edwards. So they'll have to go for option B.
Slow developing here. Already almost 15 seconds coming up the game clock here. Got to go.
And inside 2 minutes, Hunter. Contested 3 thuds. Friedel taps it back out. Tribble off a shot fake. Into the body of Horton for 2 more.
And no timeouts again for Akron, so you got to set your defense right away. I'm sure they discussed whether or not they're going to foul depending on who catches the ball. Try to get a 5-second count first, maybe a quick trap.
Down 10 for Akron. Minute and a half to go and no foul there in the backcourt. That's surprising.
Maybe now that they got it over half court, they're going to foul, which it looks like they're going to.
And Edwards is the guy that they put at the line. 79.
Not they were going to foul after the ball went in bounds. You know, a lot of times you try to get a 5-second count, you try to get a trap. Once you can't get either one of those, then you try to foul right away, unable to knock down any perimeter jump shots on the other end.
Edwards adds to his night, 15 points. James Madison has not lost a non-conference game this year, 12-0. In games outside the Sun Belt. Ali can't shake Horton, and the tap away. It's out of bounds. This look.
Not sure I'd want you as a client.
Oh,
how about that?
Oh, big bucks, David Padgett. It is Akron ball with Freeman in the post. 1 minute to go. And an offensive foul, and he just fouled out of the game.
But I was wondering at some point tonight if James Madison was going to do that. As much as Akron's been backing them down here, you can take 1 or 2 bumps. Took 3 finally on the 4th one. You got nothing to lose by trying it, so a great job there by TJ Bickerstaff drawing that offensive foul.
And Freeman will get out of here with his 21st double-double that leads the nation, but he has to sit down 12. And it looking like Akron's going to take a road loss here. And Friedel lost it, but it's off Akron, and look at this. Anthony Eads has Zips are 5 of 27 from 3 in this game. They're taking a lot of time again.
Yes, they are, and that's James Madison defense again, just not allowing anything easy from anywhere on the court.
Ali wanted badly to take a 3, and he settles for 2 and a foul.
One more time, depending on whether or not Ali is able to make these free throws.
It was something to keep in mind around the year. They do expect Nate Johnson to come back. Broken hand against Buffalo. He's missed tonight in the 7 games before this. So that's something that could factor into Akron's potential tournament run in March in the MAC tournament. Half a minute to go. Akron doesn't give a foul in the backcourt. And Bickerstaff on the reverse. Little icing. And they finally get a 3 up. It's short. Friedel the rebounds. No foul there. And Green does take the 2.
Oh, what a performance here tonight by this James Madison Dukes team. Defensively just dominated the game. A great win against a tough Akron opponent. James Madison picking up their 22nd win of the season.
Came into the night